Hello guys, I welcome you to E-marketTubeFX webinar. We are organizing this webinar to help you as a newbie to understand the Forex market. So if you are watching me on YouTube at this very moment, I'm reminding you that this is a webinar I'm having with my students, and I thought it wise to make this thing available to you on this social media handle. So therefore, you not being in my WhatsApp group where I've organized my students and taking them through this Forex education and training, you can also have access to what we are learning. So at this very moment, if you are watching me on YouTube or any of this social media handle, all I want you to do for me is to subscribe, you like, and share, so that anytime I make any new video, you will be the first person to watch. So, for us to begin the lesson 2 of this webinar, I remember in the first lesson, I took you guys through an intro where I intentionally brought the conclusion part of the webinar at the beginning, where I took you through the realities in this financial market. And after that, I remember we did the meaning of Forex, as you can see on your screen. Today, we are going to look at something new. We are going to look at something new, which happens to be how Forex works. How Forex works is very, very important for us, for you guys to understand how this system works. This system has changed the lives of many people, including myself, and it is very, very important for you also to acquire the needed knowledge and skills so that together we can create wealth. Yes, so I don't want to waste much of your time. We'll quickly look at what I've penned down so we equip ourselves with the needed knowledge and skill for us to trade in the financial market. So once again, you are welcome to E-marketTubeFX, and you are with your trader Henry Dako. At this very moment, I also want to add that we are blending the key language with the English, so that our brothers and sisters in other countries can also appreciate whatever we are doing here. Yes, it is very, very important. I'm using this strategy to help all of us, yes, to help all of us to understand this Forex market. Ntibiano a bremu tie ni se ye di kan sha se ewo eye lesson 1 no wo se me de eye twi kasa ne bro kasa no aka bobo a me de che eye Forex market se ne ete na yinina ni tu ya den ati ase na yami ya dom na ye bi kakra atu ye ho na e se ye den trade eye Forex market ya yehu enyoma eye se yeye eni nyoma eni kwa se ye den yeye o market wo na yinina akaye wabu na yesu sika kakra ye pe na ye abobra no yesu yensa aka o Forex market wo mo a ye ko se sika bebre e wo ho no eti nuano abrei sabotemenka eye moam sofo munua moade nyina eye Henry Dako a be ye ga ni se na motemenka se me ka twi no me ye ga ni a brei me boa na nyina ya te eye Forex market no ase na yesu itimi esua bibi na nyina no etredi eye Forex market no enti ene ye behwe eye how Forex works. Forex no senia esifa etie senia eye dwuma na no ana da eye ba behwe. So for us to begin, I'll pen down one or two things as you can see on your screen. We are quickly going to look at it, then we move on. So first thing on my table, or as you can see on the screen, on the slide, traders buy and sell currency pairs. on the forex market, we buy and sell currency pairs. A year forex market one more. Yes, top and a view see a santon, a yesika, yakabo. It's a currency pairs and sika yakabo, the bini, a euro. Any a year US United States dollar, a year euro, a European Union, Nkru, Amamai, and which is Denmark, France, ni Nkru, Cabo, Musika, Hutino, any United States dollar, and a cabo, a currency pair, a trading, a forex market. If you also Sika, this is to say, a GBP, JPY, GBP, JPY, no, 8 Alma, a year Great British Pound. Great British Pound. And JPY, yes, JPY, the air Japanese war, Sika, where they, Obudi, or no, so, a trading, a forex market. So that is how we trade, or the currencies that we trade on the market. That is how they are being paired. So we do two things on the market. You either buy or you sell currency pairs. So on the market, you do basically two things. I've never seen any trader doing in between. We do two things. The young woman you do we pair. Either sell over top and over tongue. Either sell over top and over tongue. So on the forex market, we have so many currency pairs. I've actually prepared a full slide on the currency pairs of which we are going to look at in our next slide. So if you want one, maybe I'll take time and dive more into the currency pairs so that you guys can understand how the currency pairs are formed. Yes, how the currency pairs are formed and the meaning of their positions as it has been paired in this form. So we'll dive more into that. Then the goal is to profit from the exchange rate fluctuation. Yes, we are now looking at how the forex works. So as we traders, the big banks, if I say traders, we traders, I'm not alone. I'm not the only person trading on the market. On the market, you have traders like the big banks. The big banks, yes. We have some major banks in the world, not only in the United States. So many big banks across the globe, they all trade on the market. And we also have the hedge funds. I remember I explained this in the first lesson, but I'll go back to it again. If I say big banks, say me big banks, banks I can see almost somewhere there, good trading forex market. And if you would do sika to banga, who trading say bang in the bed, or who interest me, and who sika now they are to one, and sika over the year, you man. If you do over there, if it is a good trading, forex market. If you win and move as well, now also a year returns as of the amount, not the amount. So, major banks also engage themselves in this forex market that we are talking about. So we also have hedge funds. The hedge funds also, there are individuals, investors, pump in huge money, and they also use different strategies. Your banks are if you are no more and if you are also your way and say, also why they already share forex market will use different strategy trading forex market one also we are now the whole attention at the amount of what do to take it as also where they trade so number and returns at the amount accordingly. So that is the hedge funds. Then also we have the retail traders. Retail traders if we end up here premier day may church forex market at the end individuals you also musica kakra or present your market in air corner no so do musica actually no trade and say media faswa exchange rate fluctuation make exchange rate fluctuation as price of the currency in air cost and our price of the currency in air bubble or hot and so as traders or hot and yɛnya yɛfa soɔ ɛwɔ. It is kind of one airports to ever home. As prices of this currency, the exchange rate continues to go up or come down. That's where we make our money as traders. So the goal is to profit from the exchange rate fluctuations. So as traders, that is where we make our money on the forex market. So I pray you guys will understand this particular thing that I'm talking about. So we traders, our goal is to profit. So as and when we will sit back, as and when the exchange rates continue to go up, we enter trade, we do our technical analysis. Technical analysis, consider fundamental analysis. The fundamental analysis limit to say, share news, and in some in the part, it's what our country was our currency, for example, like United States dollar, the of President Donald Trump, any other major stakeholders in Komo and self-aware they almost can't ever that currency and a policies are there are 2 on 1 over there managing that particular currency now over the women. So and our policies now we make has a major influence with regard to the exchange rate. It's your monitor side of money technical analysis. Technical analysis need to say draw your trend lines, draw your demand zone, and resistance, draw your resistance and support, should be your currency, a reverse, the side of money the fundamentals as a couple, nothing you will be a price, able people, now you place your entry, your design, you put it your stop loss. You put it, take profit, share, send your market in a bad day, a queen maya, the system. So this is how the forex system works, and this is how we traders make our profits from the forex market. It is very, very important for us to understand this particular section. Yes, so we make profit, or our goal is to benefit or make profit or make money from the exchange rate fluctuation. As and when it goes up, we make our money. As and when it comes down, we do our technical analysis, adding the fundamentals. We make our analysis, then we place in our trade, then make money and go away. Then the next thing that we are going to look at is trading happens over the counter, OTC, through banks, brokers, and electronic network. I'll take my time and explain this particular side for you guys to understand. So we are saying that trading happens over the counter through banks, brokers, and electronic network. I'll begin with the brokers. If you want to trade the financial market, the first system you need to encounter is for you to create an account with a broker. Your broker, your system and a software and companies are also they create platform for traders to trade on the financial market. Yes, for traders to trade the financial market. So, although a system that we're creating, so what you need we trade the financial market. The first thing that you have to do as a trader is to create an account with them, where you enter your name, you enter a telephone number, then also you do what we call the ID identification, identification number, and now we travel ID card, either passport or driver's license, and national ID or mine who used to over travel and back. And some brokers even require for bank statements. Yes, they are doing all this thing for KYC. To make a KYC, know your customer, or will be a create account, or person who in it. Then, when the account is successfully created, then they can also present you with a platform so that you can also trade on the financial market. Then we have the banks. When after creating the account, you be the trader, you can't just create the account empty and start trading with them. No, you have to deposit your funds. You have to deposit, and immediately you deposit to this brokers. The brokers are also working with the banks. It is Sikana where deposit it goes to banks that they are working with. It goes to them. It goes to them. That's where they who trading, so who make the profit are. Definitely, who give you and Paswapa, who execute what we call withdrawal, so as you execute the withdrawal, you also check, also what I said, brokers will check it, as I said, a year withdrawal now, we execute, do you have enough funds in your account to make that withdrawal? So after doing that verification and making sure that you have that enough funds, you also give feedback to the banks to make sure that you get paid. So this is how the system works. Your deposit goes to the broker, which they always have a broker, but the brokers are also working with the what? With the banks. For example, over here in Ghana, if you're a Ghanaian, you are listening to me, I know over here in Ghana, most of us have mobile money accounts. Do you know that MTN, Vodafone, Telecel, and other network providers, after when you create a mobile account with them, I know you deposit, you do transactions and all those things with regard to mobile money. Do you know that the money that is deposited in your mobile money account is not residing with MTN, Vodafone, or Telecel? They are also working with banks. All the banks, anytime they are very deposited, Sikana, Echo Bank, which is how Sikana, check balance. I always say, $1,000 city, $2,000 city, $4,000 city. I will go account to the Saturday and see our bank about what design system in such a way say, who will say Sikana want you, but it need MTN or bank or where they monitor and our own manage Sikana where they deposit your account to. So after when one way is to withdraw at the ano. 9 years already, any feedback now, I'm on send a bad which any returns and any Sikana, I'm on mobile money, what do you call it, withdrawal or essentially the account. So this is how the system works. And the same thing applies to the brokers. So after when you deposit money, the what do you call it, the money, as earlier mentioned, the money is not residing with the mobile, the telcos. It is with the banks. It is they are managing the funds for you. The telcos doesn't manage money. For them, all that they do is render you with a network so that you can either you can communicate, be it a voice one, or you can communicate over the internet. That is their job. But now they've added some financial aspect to their work, so they give that financial aspect to the banks to manage their funds. But after when you execute any withdrawal or you do any transaction with regard to finances, the bank will also see to it that your withdrawal goes through successfully. Then you get your money back. So that is how the system works on the forex market. So the brokers are working with the banks. The brokers are working with the banks to see to it that whatever transaction that you are making, be it withdrawal or deposit, will go through successfully. Then also we have that of electronic networks. With electronic networks, you agree with me that if you want to trade on the financial market, you can't just pick your bag, go for visa, and go to any of the trading centers to trade the financial market. For example, we have trading centers like the Sydney, the London session, and that of the New York session. You can't just pick your bag and you want to trade the New York session. So you are going for a visa and go to New York, United States to trade the financial market. No. All that you need is active network, and this is provided by the telcos. You need an active network of what you can sit anywhere under the sun to trade the market. You can be in your bedroom. It's not like the normal work that you have been doing, and that is one thing that I love about Forex. That is one thing I love about Forex. You don't need to pick a car, go to your workplace to trade Forex. No. Your room, your very room, a day I wouldn't see it, can be your office. All that you need is an active network. You get your smartphone or laptop or a desktop computer. You have access to the internet with the help of the telcos providing such a service. Then you also trade on the financial market. You make your money. You go home. So you see how the system works. You can do this anywhere under the globe. And every trader, every experienced trader, bear witness to this. Who hears a who saw bad apple baby? The year baby our network war. Who PIA a treaty, PIA the market and the baby who be India for treaty, Nigeria for a treaty, Ghana for a treaty, they are a war a year for one or so a treaty, they are a wood so who treaty, they would buy so a treaty. Only if you understand the market and also you have active network, you have your smartphone or your laptop. The network providers are there to provide you with this internet service. Then you are also good to go to trade in the market. You don't need to go to a special place. So this is how the system works. The banks, the trading happens through banks, brokers, and electronic network. If you want to deposit money into your account, you need what we call a Visa or a MasterCard. And all these things are network, what do you call it, happens through the network that we are talking about. You need skill. There are so many platforms that brokers have provided for traders to deposit their money into their account to start trading. So this is how it works. And I pray you guys will understand me. Once again, if you are watching me at this very moment, this is your guy, your trader, Henry Daku. We are having a webinar to help newbies to understand the forex market. So at this very moment, if you are lucky, you are watching me on YouTube, don't forget, kindly subscribe, like, and share so that anytime I make any video with regard to forex or any other concept, you can also have access to it and watch and learn something. We need to get financial literacy. I told you in the first lesson that these things are not taught in school. And it is only this concept or things like this, financial literacy, that can make you financial independent. So I always tell my students that the knowledge of the financial market is financial freedom. The knowledge of the financial market is financial freedom. And that is the knowledge that I'm giving you. So I pray you guys to pay attention and note certain things down so that you can use it as a point of reference to help you deepen your understanding in the forex market. Then the next thing that we are going to look at is it operates 24 hours a day, 5 days a week across major financial centers. Yes. Yes, that forex market now. A year you want 24 hours. See the play market now, non stop. From Monday to Friday. A year you want for a day. Your technical analysis, consider any news hover around that particular currency, putting all those things together, then they place in a trade, put in their stop loss, put in their take profit, make their money, they go home. So you see how the thing is. Non-stop, goes on from Monday to Friday. It's you want that hard to say for the time, Sunday because of the different time zones across the globe. That hard to put here. Monday they start Sunday 10 p.m. Sunday 10 p.m. Now I see this session day. Now yes so shall say 10 p.m. Meaning say it's my for salary workers. Yes. Salary workers don't like Monday. Salary workers don't like Monday because over the weekend they will enjoy, do whatever that they want. Then Monday they are supposed to go back to work and perform their duties, so they don't like Mondays. But we forex traders, we like Monday. Why? Because it is the first day of the week where the market opens. That is where we open our chart. But even before that Monday, during the weekends, we do our analysis, our technical analysis, to see where the market is likely, price is likely to move when the market opens. So on Monday, we open our chart to see whether the analysis that we did is going the way that we are looking at. So on Mondays, we do that. We open our chart, we monitor how prices are moving, the fluctuation of prices are moving and see to it that, okay, it is going in that direction. So if it is appropriate for us to put in some entries or trade the market, then we do that. So we like mandates, but over here in Ghana and other African countries, our time normally starts from our Monday start from Sunday. So over here in Ghana, from 10 p.m. Sunday 10 p.m. the market opens. Then we do what? We also start monitoring the market. So as I earlier mentioned, 24 hours, 5 days in a week, which happens across major financial centers like the London session, the New York session, Tokyo, and that of what? Sydney. I've also prepared a nice and in-depth slides on the sessions. So looking at that one also in our subsequent lesson that we are going to have. Once again, you are with Henry Abdul, your trader, and this is E-marketTubeFX. I intentionally created this platform or this channel to help you guys to understand the forex market, and that is what I'm doing. And we are having a webinar with my students. I'm having a webinar with my students, and I thought it wise to make this available for you guys also to appreciate whatever we are doing in our journey to understand the forex market. So if at this very moment you are watching me on YouTube or any of the social media handles, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share so that anytime I make new video, you can also have access to it. You'll be the best person to have access to it and watch. So once again, you are with E-marketTubeFX. Yes, E-marketTubeFX. So basically, that is how the forex market works. We buy and sell currency pair. The profit is the goal is to profit from exchange rate fluctuations. Trading happens over the counter through banks, brokers, and electronic network. Then it happens 24 hours, 5 days a week across major financial centers. So that is how forex works. That is how forex works. Then the next thing I want us to look at is the currency pairs. The currency pairs. The currency pairs. Earlier on, as you can see here, I made mention of Euro USD, GBP JPY, USD JPY. What is the meaning of all this? What is the meaning of all this? And over here, I'm going to take my time to explain this currency pairs to you, because it is something that you should know. Something that you should know as a trader. When you move to other industries like the health centers and other industries, those in the mining sector, those in other areas, ports and others, immigration, all these people that are fields of work that I mentioned. In the same way about forex market in Usua, we have some terms that we use that we traders we understand. So if you meet a colleague or a trader, the person will be asking you questions or communicating with you in those terminologies of which you need to understand and also respond. So at this very moment, we are going to look at currency pairs, and that is what we trade. So what is the meaning of the Euro USD, the GBP, JPY, and the rest that we have been mentioned? What is the meaning? We are saying currency pairs that we trade. What is the meaning of the Euro USD to the ordinary man who wants to understand forex? What is the meaning? We are going to look at that at this very moment. So with the currency pairs, we have under the currency pairs, we have base currency and code currency. In forex trading, base currency and code currency are the two currencies that make up a currency pair. So over here, I said Euro USD, Euro USD, GBP JPY, USD JPY, AUD USD. We are saying that in forex trading, we have what we call base currency and code currency, and these two currencies make up the currency pairs that we have been trading on the forex market. So now let's look at which one over here, the euro USD that we have on our screen. Which one is the base currency and which one is the quote currency? We are going to look at that. Under the base currency, we are saying that the base currency is the first currency in the currency pair. Yes, the base currency. It is the first currency in the currency pair, and it represents the value of 1 unit of that currency. The American United said, you buy a base currency na you can watch them now. Already currency, already sika decline, sika bilu na you can hold. If you buy USD, I want the say if you base currency now, and then euro na one. The Europeans leading euro already base currency I want. So this is how it is. It is a whole currency pair to say euro USD, and a whole currency pair to say GBP JPY. The base currency, GBP, which is the Great British Pound, we'll be looking at all that. The meaning of those nicknames. We'll be looking at that. GBP, Great British Pound, already declined a year currency pair. Yaba also USD, United States dollar, already declined a year currency pair. That is the base currency. The base currency is the first currency in a currency pair, and it represents the value of 1 unit of that currency. So, for example, as I've already shown you guys, the euro here is the base currency in this currency pair. It's the base currency because it is the first currency in that currency pair. Now, let's quickly look at that of the quote currency. The quote currency is also called counter currency. It's the second currency in the currency pair. If you have USD now, euro never you didn't count the say or no any base currency because it is the first currency in the currency pair. Then the quote currency here is the USD. The United States dollar is the quote currency because it is the second currency in the currency pair. It is the second currency in the currency pair. So therefore, it is the quote currency. It is say quote currency now. Quote currency also a second currency. Currency and a sika a tosu miru. I was that sika na ya kan obu sika obu na ya kan obu na trade our forex market. A quote currency and sika a tosu miru. I want that currency pair. If you have a United States dollar, or maybe a quote currency, I want that currency pair. So guys, this is how it works. This is how the currencies are paired in the forex market. We'll be looking at this more in the next slide. This is what I want you guys to understand. So, we are saying that over here, I made mention that the base currency represents the value of 1 unit of that currency. Let's look at something here. Euro USD is equal to 1.1000. That is the exchange rate. All that we are saying is that for you to get 1 euro, you will need $1.10 for you to get 1 euro. I'm also going to use Ghana, our situation, as an example. Over here in Ghana, and I know those of you watching me in Nigeria, those of you watching me in South Africa, watching me in Zimbabwe, watching me in India and other parts of the world, you agree with me. The exchange rate, yes, you agree with me. I'm using Ghana here as an example. Over here in Ghana, as I'm talking to you now, the exchange rate with regard to the cedi to the dollar, for you as a Ghanaian, to get $1, you will need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 cedi, 60 pesos for you to get just dollar back okay. So if we are using USD, FHC as an example in the currency pair, for you as a Ghanaian, me being a Ghanaian, if I get to $1, I need to come with 15 cedi 60 pesos before I can get $1. So over here, in this currency, the euro USD, for you to get €1, you need $1.10 before you can get €1. That is the exchange rate that we are talking about. That is the exchange rate that we are talking about. So guys, this exchange rate fluctuation, as I earlier mentioned, is where we make our money. So after when the exchange rate goes up, we do our technical analysis, we add the fundamentals, we place in an entry, setting our stop loss, take profit. So when you acquire this knowledge, you don't need any boss to control your life. Just understand this, sit behind your machine and start trading. You become boss of your own. Today in Africa, I'm an African guy, and I'll use my big brothers and sisters who are making waves in the financial market as an example. We have here E-marketTubeFX, a big guy who is also trading in the financial market under the cover and is making a lot of money in the financial market. And this guy that I'm talking about, his age is not up to 40 years. Look at Forex, what these guys are doing. His age is not up to 40 years. But he acquired this knowledge in the financial market. Look at the amount of money that this guy is controlling his account. Harry Forex, Jeffrey Benson, John Gatti, Forex King, Easy Forex, may so rest in peace. He got shot in his farm. These big guys in South Africa, strong African traders, they are making waves in the financial market. All because they went through the process. They took their time, learned the market, acquired the needed skill, and they are making a lot of money. I forgot the man, big boss. Andy Goods, yes. There's also another big South African trader who is also making a lot of money from the forex market. These are African guys who are making a lot of money from the financial market. Their earnings is not even up to 40. They went through the process. They took their time, learned the market. They acquired the knowledge, mastered the skill in trading in the financial market, and they are making a lot of money. All this money that you have been seeing in their social media handle, it's not a joke. It is not virtual money. I'm telling you the reality. It is not virtual money. That you may think that these guys, they are using demo account to trade and they are free money left and right. Share. Who told you? They took their time, acquired this knowledge that I'm sharing with you, and look at the amount of money that they are throwing here and there. So, if you are with me at this very moment, all I want to tell you is that just relax. Drop certain things that I'm telling you here. You also acquire this knowledge in the financial market. Master the skill. Don't be greedy and you also get there. In my case, I'm also under the cover, making my own money, just acquiring this knowledge. Boss up. Being my own boss, doing my own thing with my smartphone or that of the laptop. So some of you think the smartphone that you are holding is just used for making calls. Who told you? That smartphone, you know the power of that phone? Some of you even have better phones. iPhone 15, 16 and the rest. The Samsung phones, better models. Just using this for making calls. Who told you? That phone that you are using can change your life. Just acquire financial literacy. Just acquire the needed knowledge to trade in the financial market. Then you are good to go. And that is what I'm doing with you. And this is your guy, Henry Ampim Daku, a trader that helping you also to understand the Forex market. This is E-marketTubeFX, created this channel purposely to help my young brothers and sisters in Africa and other parts of the globe to understand the financial market. So if you are watching me on YouTube, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share so that anytime I make new video with regard to the financial market or any other topic, you can also have access to it first. So today, we are going to end our lesson here. When we meet again in our next lesson, we'll be looking at another important thing that I want us to look at, which is major currency pair and that of minor currency pair. So today, we looked at the currency pair, the base currency, and that of the quote currency. When we meet again, we are going to look at the major currency pair and that of the minor currency pair, which is also very important topic for you also to know. So just take note. Do not go away from this channel. Continue to watch this channel, and when I make video explaining